Hey everybody, it's Miss Hartmeyer, and we're back in the living room. If you're like me and you found maybe some instruments around your house that you wanted to try and learn how to play, this is a great time to do that. So one of the ones that I want to show you today is the ukulele. This one is a little bit bigger than your standard size ukulele, but that's okay. Each ukulele has strings, a body, a neck, frets, which are these sectioned off portions on the neck, and then tuning pegs up here. So when you get started playing a string instrument, the first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that your instrument's in tune. So the tuning on the ukulele is done by string. So this will be the top string when you're playing it. Your top string should be tuned to G. The second one down from that is C, and then E, and then the last one, A. So the best way to make sure your strings are in tune is to use a tuner, and you can find one of these online on Google, but if you're like me, you also have this as an app. And on my app, I don't know if you can see that very well, it takes each note and it displays it. So our goal is for the note to be in tune. And when it lights up in when it lights up in green like that on the G, that means that it's in tune. If it were not in tune, for instance, we would take these tuning pegs and adjust them so that the note is in tune. Typically, if it's set for a long time, it's probably going to be flat. So you're going to want to tune this peg and make sure that you use the right peg, follow the string all the way down. So you're going to want to make this so that the string has less of it if it's flat. So we're going to roll it this direction to make sure that it's tuned up. If it were sharp, we would want to give it more slack. So we're going to go the other direction. So just keep that in mind with each of your pegs. Make sure that you are using the right one. So after our instrument is in tune, it should sound like this. Really awesome. And one of the cool things about the ukulele is that you can actually strum with your fingers. You don't necessarily need a pick. So, and these strings are made out of nylon, but you can use very few chords to make really cool songs. So I'm going to show you a couple of those chords today, and keep in mind that I'm also still learning, so it's a little bit new for me too. But the first one that I want to show you is C. And when we use our hands on trying to find our chords, you can number your fingers, but this is your thumb. I don't typically use it. My pointer finger, my middle finger, my ring finger, even though my ring is on my middle finger on this case, and my pinky. So I'm going to use these words as we talk about chords. So the first one, like we said, C major, we're going to want to use our actual ring finger and the very bottom string and the third section, so the third fret. And it sounds like that. Pretty cool, right? The next one is a little trickier, so this one might take a little bit more practice. It is G, so we're going to take our middle finger, which is the one that I have my ring on right now, and we're going to put that on the bottom string on the second fret. Then we're going to take our pointer finger, we're going to skip the second string up and go to the third string. And then we're going to add our ring finger to the second string up from that. And your finger should look like this, and it sounds like that. Make sure that you press down really firmly on all the strings. In fact, you might end up getting some little indentations on your fingers, and that's okay. The next one that I want to do is A minor. And A minor is at the top. And we're going to use also our middle finger for this one in the second fret. And from A minor, all we have to do is add one more finger to make it F major. So we're going to add that to the second string of the very first fret. So A minor, F major. Pretty cool. And you can use all of these four chords with a lot of different songs, including one that I know a lot of you have been asking about, which is Riptide. So the Riptide chord progression, that one starts out with A minor, the one that we just learned. And then you go to C major, which is down here. And then, or actually no, you go to G major. That's right. And then C. So the chord progression, even though I messed it up the first time, is A minor. Then we go to G major and C. You only use F major in the bridge, but you can use any kind of strumming pattern that you'd like. If you're really a beginner, like I am, then you're probably just going to do downstrokes on the first beats. So, first beat being 1, and then you have your G, and then the last one. Or you could do solid quarter notes on each. I hope that you guys are at home staying safe and healthy. Let me hear some of your cool songs that you've come up with using these 4 chords. Bye.